Are you Tony Stank?
I am Iron Man.
Stank, stank, stank.
Genius billionaire playboy from up the east.
You stank. You stank.
I am Iron Man.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Stark or Stank. My name is Aaron and I am here with Josh.
Hello.
This week we are talking about Black Widow, the 27th MCU thing that we've talked about on this show.
I feel like that's correct. I could do. Hang on.
I'm pretty sure Loki was 26.
Yep. This will be number 27.
And it's a movie, so we didn't have to watch a bunch of episodes this week. I was really happy about that.
Yeah, no, that would make it what, the 23rd movie?
Yes. Correct.
Yay, math.
Yay, math. Speaking of Black Widow, this movie took a long time. Took a long time to get here.
Did it?
Yes. There was originally going to be a Black Widow movie was worked on in 2004.
Jesus.
Someone you and I both know through other things. David Hayter wrote a script.
Oh shit.
For Black Widow for a movie in 2004, and he was also set to direct the movie when the character's film rights were still at Artisan Entertainment / Lionsgate, but it ultimately didn't come to fruition. To this day, David Hayter has only directed one movie, and it's a werewolf movie called Wolves, starring Jason Momoa.
Oh shit. All right. Well, now I'm gonna have to look that up. Thanks.
It looks cheesy as fuck.
Mate, I'm already sold on it. It's fine. You don't have to keep selling it.
Sorry.
Did David Hayter also write an X-Men movie?
He wrote X-Men and he also wrote Watchmen.
He wrote Watchmen?
Yes.
Like
well, the screenplay. Which they used heavily to advertise this Wolves movie.
I mean, yeah, you know what? That first X-Men, I keep saying X-Men, but it's actually X-Men.
It is X-Men.
Singular.
Yeah. Yeah, there's multiple
There
men.
is a character named X-Men.
Yeah.
Yep. The X-People movie.
Yes, the
X-Men. It's quite good.
It is. It's a fun time.
It's been a while since I watched it. But that fucking Watchmen movie is really good.
Yeah. X2 is pretty good.
Yeah. I assume David Hayter had nothing to do with that.
I believe so.
Considering what I have to say about Black Widow, that's a fun piece of trivia because there's some fucking Metal Gear here.
Yeah.
Some goddamn Metal Gear in this movie.
There is. We will talk about the movie in a second, but both Scarlett Johansson and Marvel expressed interest in a potential Black Widow solo film several times over the preceding 10 years. Before its release, whatever. Nicole Perlman wrote a treatment for a Black Widow movie around 2010/2011, but Marvel Disney reportedly weren't ready to take the risk of making a big budget movie centered on a female superhero.
Wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago.
No, it wasn't.
I mean, it was pretty long in terms of like waiting for a Black Widow movie, but in the grand scheme of things, fucking 13 years, 12 years, not that long.
Yeah, they waited till after.
Shameful.
Yeah, they waited till after Wonder Woman, and then they were like, oh, I guess it can work, and then they did Captain Marvel. Anyway,
and not their established big name hero that they've had around for years and years.
Exactly.
Weird decision.
Stupid. Development progressed with the hiring of Jack Schaefer as writer and Kate Shortland as director in 2018. Even though Shortland, like almost every director Marvel has hired, had no experience in directing big-budget action films. That's true. I mean, they do hire.
I'm not sure what that face was meant to say, though.
That's true. They do hire a lot of directors that aren't known for doing big budget movies, but then, I don't know.
All right, considering
There was I can't even remember who it was, but there was a director before Kate Shortland that she was hired, or she was going to do it, or maybe she was just talking about doing it, and then she decided not to do it because they wanted her to leave all the action scenes to like a different team, and so she could only direct like the actory scenes. Yeah, the drama scenes, and then and all the action scenes she wasn't allowed to direct, apparently. Which
seems like a recipe for a fucking terrible movie.
Yeah, like she wanted to direct all the action scenes and everything, and they were like, no, you just do the drama scenes and we'll do the rest. So I don't blame her for not wanting to do the movie. Chloe Zhao was first considered to direct the film, but chose Eternals instead. I think she made the better decision, honestly.
Yeah, I think that one turned out like weird and interesting enough to be like noteworthy, regardless of quality.
Yes, I think I think it's better to swing for the fences and do something different, even if it's not amazing. I think it's still a more interesting movie than this.
Yeah, than the female superhero movie that should have been there 12 years earlier and wasn't, and
it's
came
also
after the character's death in the wider universe of the property,
and it's just
is also a prequel.
It's just kind of okay. This is Scarlett Johansson's 9th time playing Natasha Romanoff, if you include Captain Marvel, which I had to think for a second, but yeah, she's in the post-credit scene.
Oh, yeah. No, there's the Endgame connector, right?
Yeah. Johansson's contract for this solo outing, although an extension, is independent from her original contract. A salary for her supposedly final outing, as stipulated in her deal, is $25 million, with an additional $6 million bonus if the film's worldwide gross went above $900 million, which it didn't. However, the latter stipulation became the subject of a lawsuit between Johansson and Disney when Disney reportedly breached contract by releasing the movie simultaneously on their streaming service Disney+, which seriously limited its box office success.
I mean, yeah, I didn't see it in cinemas because it came to Disney+, and we were just coming out of a pandemic.
Mm-hmm. I saw it in cinemas. Still seen them all in cinemas.
And which one of us is currently sick as a dog? I'm not saying that it's necessarily linked, but
seeing Black Widow in 2021 has led to this.
I mean, look, you've been sick for what feels like a year and a half now.
It's been like, I've been sick since like October, November last year or something.
I want to say people listening to this podcast have maybe will notice that you have been sick for at least a year.
I got better, and then I got better, and then I got COVID, and then it made it much worse.
Were we recording podcasts during that time you were better, or
we really weren't actually? No, yeah.
Yeah, people who look back at this series are just gonna be like, "Man, this Aaron guy's just sick all the time."
All
what
the
the
time.
Fuck?
The movie was originally
podcast's the only thing that keeps you going.
That's it. It's the only reason I'm alive. As soon as this ends, done.
Keep going, Marvel, for the love of God.
This movie was originally scheduled to release on May 1st, 2020 as a kickoff for Phase 4. However, due to the coronavirus pandemic, the film was postponed until November 6, 2020, then delayed again until May 7th, 2021, and again delayed to July 9, 2021. The miniseries WandaVision kicked off Phase 4 instead. There you go.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that Far From Home was not the start of Phase 4. It's the end of Phase 3.
The last movie of Phase 3.
Just fucking stupid.
It sure is a way to end a phase.
Yeah, I'll say this much. The end of Phase 3 and the start of Phase 4 has some really weird structuring decisions where we've ended with a solo film which doesn't really have a huge amount of consequence in the grand scheme of things, which, that's fine. Not every Marvel movie has to.
Right.
But then also the movie that was supposed to start it would have been a prequel for a character who died in the movie that didn't end the last one. It's so fucking strange.
This is a weird movie. The main contenders for the role of Yelena Belova were Emma Watson, apparently was...
Well, I like Florence Pugh, but I like Emma Watson. That's fine.
I like Florence Pugh better.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably not wrong.
For that character? Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Saoirse Ronan, Alice Englert, Zuzovsky, and Florence Pugh.
I didn't realize you were still reading names. I thought you were having a stroke.
I forgot what words were for a second. No, that's someone's name, apparently. I don't know who that is, but that is apparently a human female. And Florence Pugh, with Watson being the frontrunner. Ultimately, Pugh was cast, according to the producers, her performance as Soraya Jade Bevis in Fighting With My Family gave her an added advantage behind her casting. That's the first movie I saw her in, and she was really good in it. And
yeah, it's the Page WWE.
Yeah,
like it's not a documentary. What's the
biopic?
Biopic. That's the word.
Yeah, good movie. I like that movie. This is the final film of William Hurt before his death in 2022. R.I.P. And now Harrison Ford's.
Yeah, weird, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm into it, but boy, is that going to be strange.
I don't know about you, but this is something I noticed, and it's also something that trivia has picked up here. David Harbour and Rachel Weisz play Scarlett Johansson and Florence Pugh's adoptive parents. In real life, they are only 9 and 14 years older than Johansson. I was watching the movie and I'm like, are they even old enough to be her parents?
Yeah, I don't know. It's... They're not.
they're not really, no.
Like only barely.
Well, the 9-year-old. I'm not sure about that one.
Oh yeah, not that one. But
and I wouldn't recommend a 14-year-old have a kid either. But still,
no. But hey, that's not the world we live in.
No.
Yeah, no. It didn't occur to me while watching this, but now that you bring it up, that sure is strange.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, they're not their... In the movie, they're not their real parents. They're just acting like their parents.
No.
So...
I think the thing that like sticks out to me a bit more is that there is no way that Florence Pugh and Scarlett Johansson are the same age gap as the girls are supposed to be.
No, well, yeah, so David Harbour's 9 years older than Scarlett Johansson. He's 20 years older than Florence Pugh. And Rachel Weisz is 25 years older than Florence Pugh.
Right.
So, yes.
So that means Scarlett Johansson's 16 years older than Florence Pugh? Is my math right on that?
That sure is a number. I'm not doing maths. David Harbour, this is an interesting fact. David Harbour auditioned to play the Blob in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but was rejected for being too fat.
Did you say blob?
Uh-huh.
That's the... Wait, rejected for being too fat? No!
Yes. That's exactly what I said.
Oh, no. Poor David. I really like David Harbour. He seems like a cool guy, but that's just upsetting to hear on multiple levels.
How fat must he have been? If he's too fat to play the Blob.
What year was X-Men Origins? That 2007? 2008?
Sounds about right. Origins Wolverine 2009.
Oh, so close. You're finding pictures of David Harbour in 2009.
I doubt he's. That's just a weird thing.
Yeah, no, nothing I can find. It's such a weird thing, though. Too fat to be the Blob. Wow.
Super dumb. Scarlett Johansson describes the film as its own genre, and even named
Nope.
Logan, The Fugitive, and Terminator 2 as influences on this movie. Mm-hmm.
No?
Don't see any of that.
I mean, no on all counts.
Yeah, no. See none of it.
It's definitely not its own genre. This spy thriller is a genre that has existed and will exist long after this.
Yep.
Assuming Black Widow didn't kill the genre. I don't think it did. They're still making Bond movies and Mission Impossible movies.
Mm-hmm. Although the last Mission Impossible, I hear it's great, but no one went to see it, so...
Ain't nobody going to see movies. TikTok, man. That's where the money is.
This is the second MCU film to feature a Nirvana song after Captain Marvel had Come As You Are. This has a cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Yep.
A slow, somber cover of it. Your favorite type of cover.
It's the worst.
Loved it.
We're going to get to it in a second, but I'm telling you right now, the worst intro to a Marvel movie ever. I can't even actually think of another Marvel movie with like an opening title.
Iron Man 2.
Scene. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is worse.
Mickey Rourke's distressed screaming.
Yep. That's way better than this.
That's better than this?
Yes.
I don't know if I would say that this is bad, but it's pretty nothing.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Let's now. Oh, okay. Do you like this fucking movie or what?
I do. It's enjoyable, but I don't think about it much.
Yeah. That's
it's some dumb fun. It's got some really fun action, especially like the first half I like quite a lot, and then the second half goes stupid in a way that I can appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about where my thoughts are.
I enjoy it while I'm watching it, and then as soon as it's over, I'm like, I think I watched the thing. I think I just
the last hour and a half, 2 hours of my life go.
Not sure what happened.
I feel older, but not wiser.
Still sick. I'm still sick.
In fact, I feel dumber.
Yeah, it's a fine movie. It's not great. It's not amazing.
I've had a worse time watching these movies.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. But it's also
Iron Man 2 still exists.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason it's still at the bottom. And I don't think this is going to go down there. I don't know. Yeah, no. Maybe you hate this movie.
I don't think either of us feel strongly enough about this movie to put it that low.
No. That's the real problem. It's like
we're gonna damn this movie with real faint praise.
Yeah, exactly. Let us now talk about the plot of Black Widow. This comes from a shit website I wouldn't go to unless I never would. In 1995, young Natasha Romanoff and Yelena Belova are whisked away from their home in Ohio by their surrogate parents, Alexei Shostakov, aka Red Guardian, Russia's answer to Captain America, and former Black Widow Melina Vostokov. The girls are given to Dreykov, who puts them through the Red Room for further training.
That was pretty quick and painless.
That's the beginning of that movie. It's a bit longer than that.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I think this is a decent. Before the opening title sequence, it's a decent.
Oh, I thought you meant like including this bit.
No.
Okay.
I like this beginning section. That's just the opening titles I don't like.
Right. Yeah. The weird like child trafficking stuff. And sure.
And it's just because I don't
unnecessary.
It's not explained at all. That's the thing is like, it's just like
It's a lot of imagery with no real like context to go along with it.
Exactly. And then you're just supposed. We know because
You
we
can
know this
infer.
shit. But can you? Like, I don't know if you're someone who doesn't know about the history of Black Widow.
If you're coming into Black Widow, the 23rd movie in the MCU at this point, without having seen any of the other stuff, where the fuck
But maybe you
have
just want to
been?
see a movie about chicks kicking ass.
About a cool spy chick. Yeah, fair enough. They haven't made
And
one of those before.
they're like, oh, this is Black Widow. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, okay, I guess someone who has no context cannot infer a whole lot about it.
Yeah. I don't think so. Anyway, yeah, I like this whole the family dynamic here, and we get the little action scene of them, escaping in the plane, being chased. Yeah, that's your first little hint that there's more going on here than.
That's a hint.
Well, it's up until now he looked like a fucking nerd.
Yeah, it's true. I 100% wasn't expecting him to have like full-blown superpowers.
Right.
At least not in this early bit. I thought he was going to be Red Guardian later.
Mhm.
Then he flips a fucking pickup and it's like, oh,
yeah, no,
he's just that guy.
Yeah, he's already.
Then he's hanging off the wing of a plane with a gun, looking like a cool motherfucker.
How'd he get in the plane?
It's not important. He's Red Guardian. He can get in the plane however he likes.
Yeah, I like this little action sequence. I like the general this intro, this like first the cold open.
Yeah.
And then the not Nirvana kicks in and
the quality of the film drastically goes down for Aaron.
It's like it reminds me of early 2000s superhero movies like Punisher or
Thomas Jane one?
Yeah. Or Daredevil. It's like
See, you're saying all these things like they're bad things, and I'm sitting here like, wait, what?
I like those movies, but it's like
remember
fake.
Kevin Nash and Punisher?
I do remember. That's that movie kicks ass. I'm sorry. I like that movie a lot. That movie
is great.
I enjoy that movie, but it's just like fake edginess, like
yeah, trying real hard to be serious and grim and not quite sticking the landing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, up until now, it's just been a family going away in a plane. They're escaping. Who knows what's happening? Oh no, what's happening to these girls? Oh, Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Oh god.
What the fuck?
Here come the bad times.
Oh no, what's happening?
And then Nirvana kicks in, but not Nirvana. Not Vana, if you will.
Not Vana. Yes, exactly.
Nirvana? Like N-E-A-R?
Yeah. I see what you're doing. I got it. Yeah, anyway, I don't like the.
Yeah, I find it inoffensive,
titles.
but not really necessary. But also, some explanation wouldn't go amiss.
Yeah,
so.
and then they also don't say anything about it, and until later when Yelena's like, they just ripped out all my fucking ovaries and shit.
Just pulled it straight out.
Like, what the fuck? Where's that detail? Why am I learning this now? In this like jokey way.
In fairness, we're not the only people learning about it at that point, and it's equally horrific for other people in that scene.
He knows about it. No one's ever just.
Yeah, but he's still grossed out about it though.
Yeah, of course he is. It's disgusting.
It is. It's not great.
21 years later, following the battle between the Avengers at Leipzig Halle Airport, Romanoff is labeled a fugitive by the government for violating the Sokovia Accords. She escapes from US.
How old is Widow supposed to be in the before time jump in 95? She's like 10-ish, right?
Okay.
She's like a preteen. Am I meant to believe that Scarlett Johansson is my age? Fuck you. How dare you?
She's not that old. How old is Scarlett Johansson?
She's at least like 5 years older than me, surely. She has to be. I need her to be. I need this, Aaron.
Oh, she's definitely older than you, but I'm just saying she's not. She's 38.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
She's
Yeah.
my age. There you
Practically ancient.
go. Dying. Slowly. So slowly.
Hurry up and finish Marvel.
She escapes from U.S. Secretary of State Thaddeus Ross and flees to a safe house in Norway, reuniting with her contact Rick Mason in Morocco. Belova is still working for the Red Room. Belova kills Oksana, a former Black Widow, only to come in contact with a substance called red dust. What are we going to call this red dust? Red dust.
I've got it.
Done. Which removes the Red Room's control over her. She sends this antidote to Romanoff's safe house in the hopes that she will return to help her. I don't love the fact that there's just an antidote, a red powder that just magically removes the
mental conditioning.
Yeah, I don't.
It's very convenient, but I feel like you've got a real set amount of minutes you can run this movie for, and we cannot waste a lot of time. We got shit to do, man.
Sure.
Ostensibly, I don't know. I didn't make this fucking movie.
But it's just like, oh, you just got this red dust, and you're gonna sniff it, and then all this fucking
your eyes gonna do a weird thing.
Decades of brainwashing or whatever, it just goes away. So, all right, I guess.
Yeah, man, I'm no like Soviet brainwashing scientist. I don't know how this shit works. As far as I'm concerned, it works exactly like that.
Okay.
And also, it does kind of mesh with the other really silly, like high-tech fucking spy thriller bullshit that screams Metal Gear at me. This works for me. This is doing the thing for me, you know?
Fair enough. If it works for you, that's great. I just think
this is Fox Die for me.
It's true, and it pretty much is. It pretty much is that. Yeah, you're right. I love Metal Gear.
If I could just like justify everything you hate about this movie as a Metal Gearism, we might get this to the top of the list.
Oh my god, imagine that. The dream for the creators of Black Widow to be at the top of our list.
Pleased. Such a prestigious award. We're gonna print out little fucking. You can print out trophies.
Yeah, good.
Send them to people.
I'll design a trophy and we'll print it out and we'll send it.
Get like a restraining order put out on us.
Please don't send us anything ever. As Romanoff unknowingly drives off with the antidote, she is attacked by Taskmaster, who is after the red dust. Romanoff manages to evade Taskmaster and learns that the dust came from Belova. The two reunite in Budapest. But are attacked by Black Widows. Plural. While escaping, Romanoff learns the Red Room is still active and that its leader, Dreykov, is still alive. In order to join S.H.I.E.L.D. years previously, Romanoff's mission had been to kill Dreykov. After detonating a building. I don't think...
No, the entire building did not get detonated.
No.
I think a bomb within the building got detonated.
Yeah, I think that's how it works. After detonating a building containing Dreykov and his young daughter Antonia, an act that has haunted Romanoff, both were presumed dead. In the present, Romanoff and Belova evade Taskmaster and meet back up with Mason, who supplies them with an aircraft.
You ever worry about how much of this show is just us shitting all over the poorly written synopsis and not actually talking about the movie?
Hey, I don't fucking care about this dumb website.
No, neither do I. I do wonder about how we spend our finite minutes on this earth sometimes.
It's fun. I like shitting on
it. Good. Well, yeah, look, the movies don't give us enough to shit on a lot of the time. Yeah. They're all quite consistent quality, so it's good that we can get that.
Yeah. We got to have shit on something.
It's true.
What was I gonna say?
don't know.
Where did the
I
red
need-
dust come from? Is that explained in this movie? Who made it?
I don't think it's ever explained fully. The samples that Yelena gets her hands on are obviously like being transported by a deactivated widow,
Right.
and then she conveniently gets deactivated herself in the process of killing the deactivated one, and so she kind of like just baton passes the mission.
Mhm. Sure.
As far as where the dust comes from, though, I don't believe it's ever stated. I assume, and maybe this is a mistake on my part, that someone within the Red Room or the Dracov's like organization, the KGB, I guess,
Mhm.
there has to be an antidote. You keep antidotes for everything, as long as you're keeping like the thing there, right? Just in
Right.
case.
Yeah.
Like if you get splashed with some of the Black Widow control serum, you've got
Uh-huh.
like fucking 10 minutes to get to the fucking
The
antidote
red
dust to
dust?
pour in your face. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Sure.
don't know. It's surely they would have some as a safety precaution.
I guess that makes sense.
It's just good OH&S.
You're gonna want to have some red dust around.
Yeah, just in case. Emergencies.
Romanov and Belova break Shostakov. Don't put it's Alexei.
Hang on.
Fucking hell.
Before we get to this part.
Yeah.
The chase here with the APC and, stealing cars and riding
Yes.
bikes and stuff. It's a
Yeah.
fun chase. There's
Yeah,
lots
it's a
of
good
cool
chase
shit in there.
scene. It's fun. The fight with the Black Widows. Also the fight with Yelena.
One of them gets fucking rocked, falling off the building, and
Yep.
oh, that's brutal to watch.
Also, the fight with Yelena and Natasha is really good
Mhm.
too.
Again, one gets rocked. I think Natasha gets fucking monkey flipped into a door frame, and
Yeah.
my god, does it look painful as shit.
These early like hand-to-hand fight scenes are really good. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
a lot of these fight scenes early
And
on.
fucking Taskmaster gets to show up and do some cool shit, look
Yep.
really menacing and be kind of ineffective, but that's fine.
Yeah, Well-
Taskmaster is one of those comic book villains you can kind of get away with, jobbing out.
I
a little bit.
don't mind what they did to the character.
Yeah,
you know,
I like the changes.
Yeah.
There are moments in this where I feel like Taskmaster could be more threatening,
Yes.
but then they are quite threatening in other places, so it kind of balances out for me.
Yeah.
I
They don't really give Taskmaster much to do, and they just like,
No.
oh, Taskmaster can like just watch some footage
Just
and
do it.
like just do it, but that's never really shown a lot.
it's just said, and then you're supposed to just take it as read and accept it because that's a thing that exists.
Yeah, exactly.
That basically a fucking member of Foxhound.
Stop it. Stop it now.
No,
Stop it right now.
You can't make me. You cannot.
Stop it.
No, but like as if Taskmaster in the MCU is not just a fucking Foxhound member waiting to happen.
I guess. But
And also, like, whenever they show up, they get to do like the cool. It may not be the exact motions, but it feels really on point for like Black Panther motions, Captain America motions, stuff
Yeah.
is shot and like acted in the way that feels like they are embodying that role.
yeah, like there are definitely like little references here and there to like, oh, that's a Captain America thing, that's a Black Panther thing. But it's like she's fighting. I already gave it away. Taskmaster is fighting Black Widow. I've
been saying they.
but not like copying her. Like it's just like a fight.
Yeah, there's never any like copying on the fly, which is the only non-Taskmaster thing,
Yeah.
right?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, apart from the fundamental character change. Cool suit though.
The suit is cool. Yeah,
It's fucking cool.
It's really good.
Never expected Taskmaster to be realized in like full live action, looking anything other than goofy as fuck. And here we are.
I
Truly,
mean,
we are blessed.
it's a video game, but I like the design in the Avengers game too. That Taskmaster was good.
Oh, I'm trying to think of what that fucking looks like. Where's my goddamn search bar? Avengers game Taskmaster. There was another thing I was gonna say. Oh, the banter between Yelena and Natasha is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's on full display in the car chase.
Yep.
Which is great, where they're arguing about plans and
Mhm.
such, and they're improvising on the fly.
Yep.
They just have really good chemistry. They bounce off each other really well.
Yeah. Yelena and we'll get to him
Everyone.
soon, but Alexei are like two of like they're the best parts about this movie.
They may
they're
be
so
two of
good.
my favorite parts of Phase 4.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Especially because Yelena's shown up in other things and was really good there too. And yeah. Good shit. Did you see Taskmaster from the Avengers game?
I did. It looks fine.
Yeah. I mean it's Taskmaster, but yeah, I like that design still.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Where are we? As Romanoff, take by Black Widows. Okay, yeah. Romanoff and Belova break Shostakov out of prison to learn where Dreykov is. He tells them that they need to speak with Vostokov, who lives on a farm in Russia where using mind control on pigs. Belova reveals that while they were not a real family, she still wanted to believe that they were so. Shostakov and Vostokov admit that they too wish they were a real family. Unfortunately, Vostokov gives their location to Dreykov. His agents arrive and take them away to the Red Room located on an aerial base. We are flying through this fucking movie.
I love that synopsis phrases it as, unfortunately, she gave their location away like it was a fucking accident.
Right. Oh, whoopsie. I accidentally notified.
I slowed you down the river. Fuck you. Whoops.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we are flying through this.
I did a whoopsie.
Some fun things. The pigs being experimented on are specifically kuni pigs from New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell because they got little tassels under their chins. They're very cool. I like those pigs a lot. But
very piggy.
I believe Weta Digital did the animation for the pig when it is like commanded to stop breathing and stuff. Because obviously, like, you could probably train a pig to lie down on its side, but it's going to have telltale signs of
it's going to breathe. Yes.
Yeah,
that is correct.
Yeah, it's going to have like nose movements and stuff. It's going to be visibly breathing.
Just make it not breathe.
So you either do like a horrible animal cruelty or you digitize a pig. And so Weta Workshop did that. And apparently it was really hard because of the tassels specifically.
Interesting. Yeah, it's fucked up. that whole thing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
The pig stop breathing. Yeah.
And you can kind of see it like side eyeing, just like, gotta start again. It's starting to panic.
When can I breathe, please?
And then it just drops.
I need air to live.
We also get a fun prison break scene. Love a good prison break.
Yep. Of course, like immediately, they're like, just like sneak out, like don't let anyone know that what's happening.
Don't make a scene.
Yeah, and he just immediately fucking wrecks those two guards. It's great.
I'll say there's some solid comedic timing in this movie. There's that where like, don't cause a scene. He wrecks those two guards and it flicks back to them like, you caused a scene, didn't you?
Yeah.
Solid. There was also like, as they're flying the chopper away, I think Yelena says, I don't think we have enough fuel to make it all the way to blah, blah, blah. And Alexei goes, we'll make it. And then the next scene is just the fucking chopper coming out of the sky. It's the best.
Yeah, it's very good.
The prison itself has an interesting little nod to the Winter Guard, which are like the Russian Avengers in the comics.
Yep.
Where as Alexei's arm wrestling dudes this big guy comes up who he refers to as Ursa,
Mhm.
who is like kind of the Russian Hulk, where he's a big werebear,
Yep.
turns into a bear man.
Mhm.
You can tell because Ursa is Russian for bear, and also I think he's got a bear tattooed on his back. Bears are his thing, and he gets his fucking arm broken.
Well, his hand. It just goes limp like this.
Yeah, his like wrist is snapped. It's real bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another reference to the Winter Guard, actually,
Mhm.
when Yelena is talking about how Alexei only cares about his glory days. She she says, "You only care about being the Crimson Dynamo," which is the Russian Iron Man.
So I have trivia here about that. Yelena mistakenly calls Alexei Crimson Dynamo rather than Red Guardian. In the comics, Crimson Dynamo is a Russian supervillain in a powerful armor who usually fights Iron Man and has been a teammate of Red Guardian. His real name was Anton Vanko, which in the movie, he's the father of Ivan Vanko, who was a
The one who
combination.
gets the scream.
Yes.
Ah!
In Iron Man 2, he's a combination of Whiplash and Crimson Dynamo. So,
Yep.
yeah. They've done Crimson Dynamo. He was just not called that in the movies.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was Whiplash's dad.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well,
we don't necessarily always need to have Iron Man fighting an Iron Man, okay? Kind of.
Except at the end of the movie, he fights a bunch of them. Yeah. During a flashback, this is another thing. During a flashback in Budapest, where Natasha is waiting in her car just before the building explodes, is the first time you can actually hear her with a slight Russian accent when she's talking on comms. This whole series, she never had a Russian accent. This is the only time we've heard her actually have a Russian accent.
Yep. That's correct.
That is correct. Yeah.
It's weird because I feel like Russian accents are the easiest to do, but probably also the easiest to accidentally make fun of. And you know what?
Right. You can
it's bad PR.
Take it a bit far.
It's a fine line.
Can be goofy. Yeah, this whole escape sequence is cool. But it's more just the dynamic of Alexei with the other two. And
very like goofy fuck up father who doesn't realize he's a massive fuck up.
Exactly. And
he thinks he's kind of the best.
And he's like, yeah, did Captain America talk about me? Like what? Like when did he
talk about me?
Like when has he ever met Captain America?
Well, so he definitely has like war stories about it because it's what he's doing while he's arm wrestling. He's beating dudes while he's talking about how he fought one-on-one with Captain America in the 70s or 80s
when he was frozen.
And then Ursa comes up, he's like, he was still frozen.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, could it, well, I mean, it probably wouldn't have been Isaiah.
That's what I was just thinking.
The comics have had a few different Captain Americas in the interim. They had the evil Captain America during Vietnam. Bad Captain America.
Could have been a different
the Nomad times.
Different Captain America, or someone posing as Captain America.
Even during the Cold War, there was a Captain America who was a right bastard. He was a real son of a bitch. And they retconned that later to be like, oh no, that wasn't Steve. Steve was actually on ice. This guy's just a real piece of shit.
Right. As you do when you write comics for decades.
Yeah. I mean, look, retcons, they're a natural part of the process.
Exactly. Yeah, good stuff. And then they get to the house and then we get some family dynamics.
Fucking sleep darts.
Yes. That's also really funny.
And then
it's really good. We get a they sing American Pie, which is super cheesy and weird.
And the way he does it with his thick Russian accent, and he's so tired. He's barely able to breathe in that costume.
Yeah.
On account of being too fat. I guess.
Right. Yeah, I like all this like family dynamic stuff. It's fun, and yeah, they're all good characters. They're all likable people. Yeah.
The only one I would like argue maybe isn't is Melina. She does like tell a pig to stop breathing for a bit.
You're
Very like
right.
cold and clinical about it.
That's the thing. I think to her it's just like science. It's just like a cool.
This is all just business.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm
It's like
in
this
it for
is
the science.
just how it works. This is look what I
just
can
think
do.
they're neat.
Yeah, right. And she is the
Truly
epitome
is the
of
Marge Simpson.
yes. It's the epitome of that. Yeah, so I don't dislike her at all. I think
No.
she's just like
She's not quite as immediately lovable as the other
right. Yeah.
two. And then there's Natasha, who we all like Natasha because
Mm.
she's been here for 16 years.
Long time. As Dreykov congratulates Vostokov for finding Romanov and Belova, it is revealed that
That's a lot of ofs in
so many ofs. It is revealed that Vostokov and Romanov used face mask technology to switch places at the farm, having planned their own capture. Romanov learns that Taskmaster is Dreykov's daughter Antonia, who suffered severe damage from the explosion. Dreykov was forced to put a chip in her head to help her, also turning her into the perfect soldier. Romanov discovers that she cannot harm Dreykov due to a pheromone lock he installed in every widow. She notices that Dreykov has been controlling widows all around the world via his control desk. After goading Dreykov into punching her in the face, Romanov manages to sever a nerve in her nasal passage to negate the pheromone, allowing herself to attack Dreykov.
It's the most Metal Gear shit in the world.
Yeah.
Can't attack me because of pheromones, so I guess I better break my nose. It's so perfect. Oh, I fucking love it so much.
I don't know. The pheromone thing is
Are you really having trouble with that?
It's just I don't know, like I get,
and
I
it's
don't
also
know.
like that. It is like, okay, so one of my one of the things that I don't like about this movie is that Dreykov is a slimy greaseball, unambiguously shitty person.
Yes.
Which makes him a great villain, and I'd love to see more of him, but we don't get that much of him.
No.
But he really solidifies it here by being like, oh yes, my defense, I've got this fucking cologne on. You smell my shitty cologne? He's like a shitty used car salesman. He's the fucking greatest.
Yeah, like yeah, Dreykov could be a really great villain. He's not in the movie a whole lot. He's literally at the beginning, at the end.
Downfall.
That's like it. And
even the bit where like they flash back to show Natasha blowing him up, do you see him at all?
Just
you
the
see
daughter.
His daughter in the window.
Yep, that's it.
I think maybe you see like a shot from the interior where like you see from the daughter's point of view, you see him through a doorway, maybe, but it's brief and he definitely doesn't say anything.
No.
But like, you can't just have your villain show up halfway through Act 3.
Right.
It's not how this works.
He's just like a looming force in the movie. Like he's hardly in it.
He's so scary. Like, we killed him, but he's not actually dead. Like,
right.
I don't fucking care. Show me how much of a dick he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Make me care. Don't tell me I should care.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, it's like they just try to shove all of the, like, this is why he's bad at the end. It's like, this is...
And he does come off as a real slimy piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit, but it's like...
You had a whole movie to do this.
Exactly. He's a piece of shit, and now she's going to kill him. All right, cool.
And yeah, look, you don't need to give me a reason for Black Widow killing a dude. I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Right.
I'll do it. But like, if you want to give me a reason, make it a good one.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, the breaking her own nose, that's a fucking gnarly little bit there.
Yeah, I do like that he just like wasn't strong enough to do it. I like
you
that
hit
they
like a girl.
completely emasculate him there. It's fantastic, and
Such feminism. You hit like a girl. We might have gotten some wires crossed on that one.
mhm. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen more of him, and the reveal of Taskmaster is decent. I think. Yeah, I don't mind what they did to the character. I just wish that she also did more during the movie. Again, she shows up a few times and she doesn't really show off what she can do a whole lot.
It's like Chekhov's gun, except it's Dreykov's daughter. You have to
exactly.
You like the daughter appears
Mhm.
unshot in the first act of the film,
Mhm.
has to be shot, or the trigger has to be pulled on the daughter by the end.
Right.
That's the rule, right?
Yep, that's it.
That's the rule.
That's it. Vostokov attempts to take out the ship's engine. Meanwhile, Shostakov battles Antonia, while Belova searches for the other widows sent to protect Dreykov. Dreykov escapes as the widows gang up on Romanov. However, Belova creates a red dust bomb, releasing the widows from their mind control. Romanov reaches the control desk and copies the locations of the other widows worldwide to a portable drive, just as the red room begins to explode and fall. Before leaving the control room, Romanov picks up 2 vials of red dust that survive Belova's bomb. Vostokov and Shostakov are forced to escape the ship via aircraft, just as Belova takes out Dreykov's escape ship, killing him. He's gone. He's dead.
Killing him dead. I can't believe I didn't even fucking touch on this at all. Floating sky base.
Yes, floating sky base.
So it's so Metal Gear. I know we've already had them with the helicarriers, but like those are vehicles. Those are whatever. I don't care about vehicles.
Yes.
A sky base?
Sky base.
In the clouds?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's fucking cool. Also, I really like the showdown between Taskmaster and Red Guardian. That's fun because he's clearly out of his fucking depth, but he's holding on as best he can. This is the bit where I'm like, she actually seems like a fucking force to be reckoned with here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just gets locked in a room.
Gets locked in a room. Doesn't do much after that.
No.
I mean, she gets out, but still.
No, she does do one extremely cool thing on the way down.
Which is?
It's okay. There's a single scene when the fucking base starts falling.
Yep.
And everything's like all the debris in the air, and Widow's like fucking free falling, and Taskmaster is free falling after her.
Right.
And they hit this fucking panel of what looks like solar panels.
Yep.
And Widow like slides down it, and then Taskmaster slides down it too. It just looks fucking cool. It's maybe the coolest 5 seconds.
I hate
of anything I've ever seen.
I hate it.
No, it's great.
Because
shut up.
It's Black Widow. She doesn't have superpowers. She doesn't fucking have. She's just. Oh, I'm fucking falling through the sky and I'm gonna fucking land on this thing. Fuck off. Hate it.
At an angle. It's fine.
Hate it. It looks cool, but it's also.
It does look fucking cool.
Nonsense for her character. I hate it.
Yeah. Look, I'm willing to believe that if you hit something like that, that's falling at roughly the same speed and is at a certain angle, you'd be fine.
If you say so. Romanov gives.
Be wrong. I'm no doctor.
Oh,
gravity science man.
We get the shot that everyone complains about when Yelena blows up the thing. She like
and the sparkly red dust in it.
No, like when she blows up the ship with Dreykov in it.
The big fucking
yeah.
That is very silly.
It's very goofy and doesn't look great, but
see, that's the bit that I would be like, no, it's dumb and I hate it. Not the cool mid skydive slide shit.
Yeah, I just like I said, it looks cool, but it just doesn't make any sense for.
Anyway. I'm sorry. This movie with fucking defensive pheromones cured brainwash.
That's more believable than the chick that doesn't have superpowers being able to do superhuman things.
I could probably do that in that very unlikely situation.
I guarantee you wouldn't.
We'll never know for sure.
Let's test it. Let's test the theory.
All right.
You skydive
outside.
with a sheet of metal and see what happens. Romanoff gives Belova a parachute as she and Antonia have one final battle through the sky before safely landing on the ground. Romanoff uses one vial of red dust on Antonia, freeing her from her mind control. The rest of the widows arrive as Belova, Vostokov, and Shostakov say goodbye to Romanoff. Belova gives Romanoff her vest to remember her by, and Romanoff gives Belova the last red dust vial and the portable drive, instructing her to find and free the other widows. As they leave, along with a recovering Antonia, Romanoff awaits the arrival of Ross and his men. 2 weeks later, Romanoff, now sporting blonde hair, reunites with Mason, supplying her with a Quinjet. She rides off to free the detained Avengers from the raft.
Got to make sure the blonde hair gets in there, otherwise people won't.
They won't know
that it's a prequel.
Exactly. Oh, this is a prequel.
Why would we make a prequel? Why would we make a prequel at this point?
Oh, this happens before she dies. Weird.
Yeah. Hey man, if this was all like a weird like death hallucination, it'd explain the skydive fight.
It would actually, yes. Turns out the Soul Stone makes you dream about things.
Yeah, you just live your most badass life in a forever dream.
Yeah.
Have fun.
I wouldn't mind.
Congratulations, you get to be the protagonist in the next Metal Gear Solid game.
The Soul Stone gives you your own movie finally. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's the Gamora movie?
She had it. It was a different Gamora, and it wasn't her own movie. She was
exactly.
there.
So she didn't, is what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying. Yeah.
God damn it.
It only works for the white chick. Doesn't work for anyone else.
Ooh, racist
You
Soul
gotta
Stone.
be. Yeah, exactly.
That's no bueno. I do like the vest as a recurring thing. That's cute. It's got a lot of pockets.
Yeah, the vest thing's cool. Yeah, like all the family dynamic stuff I liked a lot.
Everything involving Yelena and Alexei.
Yes, I like it all.
On that note, I really specifically like the conversation where Yelena calls out to Natasha, like, "Why do you do that thing where you're like that? You get you crouch down and your arms up in the air, and you're a poser. You're such a poser."
I don't know how true this is, but apparently Florence Pugh actually said that to Scarlett Johansson, and then they added it to the script.
Great, good addition. And then she does it later, and she like,
she feels gross about it.
And it's a really good like visible shudder.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending's crazy, and I like the first half of the movie when it's more grounded and there's like hand-to-hand fight scenes, and then it just kind of goes off the rails here at the end, and she's fucking flying through the sky, and it's just like
style.
Yeah, I guess.
Not a single person flies there, not even the guy in the fucking helicopter. On account of being dead.
Very dead.
Dead as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about the ending of this movie. I don't.
Oh, we do have a. Oh, yeah.
There's a post-credit scene. Do you have anything to say about? Okay.
I like it. It's stupid, but I like it.
All
Probably because it's stupid. I mean, like the grounded stuff before that, the widows ganging up on Natasha, that's a fun scene because she kind of has the upper hand for a little bit, and the numbers game gets up on her, and that's all cool. And Yelena comes just in the nick of time, and blah blah blah. It's good. I like that. I like the Guardian versus Taskmaster. That's a fun time. And then it just shoots the moon and does some crazy skydiving Saints Row 3 bullshit. And I'm in for that.
You just said Saints Row 3. That's my trigger. Yep. That's my trigger word. Oh, I love this movie now. It's Saints Row 3.
Wow, Metal Gear didn't do it, but Saints Row 3 did. Here we go. I'll keep that in mind.
In a post-credits scene after Romanov's death, yeah, I guess it's not mentioned in the movie anywhere, but she is all of a sudden dead. So again, if you've walked into this movie just thinking you're seeing a Black Widow movie,
I mean, you are just
you're missing
first
some
and last in
context.
that movie. Yeah, just the big fucking scene missing shows up on screen. I think that would drastically improve it.
I just imagined Poochie just going back to his yeah.
the cell.
Just a picture of her going up the screen.
A badly cropped PNG of Black Widow.
That'd be great. I want to see that cut of the movie.
You have the power to make it.
Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Belova encounters Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. I can say that name. I can't say Shostakov.
It's entirely too Eastern for you.
Yeah. Now her employer at Romanov's grave, Belova receives her next assignment. Take down Clint Barton, the man she claims is responsible for Romanov's death.
I mean, I wouldn't say that's true.
What? That she didn't say that?
No, that he's responsible.
Oh no,
for
that's
her death. He's more just like not responsible for it.
That I mean I don't know how much Valentina.
Where is she getting her intel?
Yeah, like
Did Red Skull give it to her?
That's the thing. It's like, is it something she actually believes, or do they just want Clint Barton dead? And they're just like using Yelena. They're just being like, "Hey, you have to kill this guy," and because he totally killed your sister. It's like,
hey, she's with the CIA, right?
I believe so.
We don't know that in this movie, but we find out that in a later one.
Yeah.
What are the chances that Soulstone's no longer on Vormir? Fucking Red Skull's back? Maybe. I don't know the mechanics of how that works, but like, I don't know, maybe he just gets transported back to Earth to continue doing whatever the fuck. Maybe Hydra is now in the fucking CIA. Shield's gone, CIA time. Hell Hydra, etc.
Yep.
How else would she know who showed up to throw who off the fucking soul cliff?
I don't know. We don't know. Maybe Clint explained it or something. Maybe he told everyone like this is what happened.
Okay, wait, hang on. Maybe it's in Ant-Man's book.
Maybe. It could be. Like
Clint went off into space with Natasha, and then only Clint showed up back here. He didn't tell us why.
He did say at the end of Endgame, after she dies and he comes back, he says, "You go talk to him."
The red guy.
Yeah. So
yeah, but that was only to the core Avengers. Ant-Man's not that special. Let's be honest. He's not getting the full debriefing.
He wasn't there on the dock.
Think he's right there. I think that was Stark, Banner, Thor, Clint. I think that was him.
Okay. Well, who can say? We all just have to. It's like
I just have to live with the headcanon that fucking Ant-Man just wrote it down in the book,
right?
Implicating Clint Barton as a murderer.
That's the movie. That's Black Widow. It's a fun time, but it's not amazing, and it's not the first movie I'd throw on if I ever want to watch a movie. But because
it's certainly not the last MCU movie I'd throw on.
It's not. No, if I'm ranking them, which I am, it's definitely not the last one. I can tell you that. Now comes the part of the show where we talk about what we liked and didn't like in a section we called Starks and Stanks. I don't know. I've never.
I like that we called the show
explained it like
Stark or Stank, even though we
Yeah.
do both.
Yes, it's really.
And
Well,
then, like, the theory was that we were going to rank the movies as Stark or Stank, but there really aren't enough Stanks to
right,
justify that.
right.
It's
And
just a good
that's the thing. It's
name.
like, was this a Stark movie or a Stank movie? And I mean, I guess we kind
Turns out,
of
like,
do that
95% of them.
because anything above Iron Man is really good, and then anything below Iron Man is just like, So maybe
It's
anything
fine
below
or bad at a certain point.
maybe anything below Iron Man is a Stank.
Perhaps. I don't know if I'm willing to go in on this yet, but I'll mull that over.
You're
for
not
a bit.
in on this theory I've just come up with on the 27th fucking episode of this show.
No. Look, I came up with the title. I can't. Anyway, here are my Stanks. No, wait, no, here are my
Start with your Starks. God damn it. I want to know what you liked
We've
about
got a
it.
formula. Okay, fine. My first Stark is Alexei and Yelena are great. They both play off each other well and off of Nat well, and they are just fun and interesting characters.
Did
to
you
be
just copy my fucking doc word for word?
around. No, because mine's a
Because I
notepad.
literally wrote Alexei and Yelena are great.
wait. I've got Alexei, brackets, Red Guardian, and Yelena are great.
I'm not gonna. Alexei and Yelena are great.
Mine's easier to hold up, so I have
Yeah,
the
exactly.
proof.
Easily the best parts of this movie come from them, is what I've put.
Yeah, I would 1000% think that is correct. This is why I was happy to do my Starks first this time, because I knew I would get that one before you.
And what's your second Stark?
My second Stark is insane Metal Gear shit.
That's good. Yeah.
Sky Fortress, chemical brainwashing, combat mimicry, defensive pheromones, sky battle.
You're not wrong. Those are Metal. You just said things that are very Metal Gear. You are right.
Like, if these showed up in a Metal Gear game, I'd just be like, yeah, this seems about right.
This is on brand. This is on point.
And the only thing that's, like, not here are 20 to 30 minute long historical explanations and exposition.
Mm-hmm. Definitely skips over that stuff.
And yeah, I think, like, does it go a little too far with it in the end? Maybe. Not for me, but maybe in a general sense. But, like, the Metal Gear vibes and the dumb Metal Gear shit are one of the things that I loved about Winter Soldier, and boy, does it fucking hold true here.
That's fair enough. My second Stark is that the early hand-to-hand fight scenes are pretty good. I liked a lot of that stuff. The widows fighting each other, and yeah, good stuff. I like a lot of that, the way it was shot, and the choreography and the chase through the streets are good too.
Yeah, with the APC, yeah. There's a lot of good action. I do agree with that. I feel like that would have been if I could have a third Stark, that would have been the one.
Mm-hmm. What is your first Stank? What don't you like about this?
It feels unfair to level this Stank at this movie, because it's not really the movie's fault in and of itself, but in the grand scheme of the MCU, having this film release after Natasha's death makes it feel less vital overall. Like, the stakes feel lower. You can't really get invested.
Right.
It's like, there's stuff to get invested in. Like, you can get invested in Yelena because she's new.
Yes.
You don't know if she's going to survive. A bunch of us did know, but, like, yeah.
Right.
But knowing that Natasha had a set in stone end point that was not in this movie, was like, well, she's obviously going to make it out of this fine. So,
yeah, that's kind of mine too. I've put it's just fine. Like, the movie's just fine. There's nothing wrong with the movie necessarily, but it also doesn't try anything new or expand on the MCU in a meaningful way. It's mostly paint by numbers. Just kind of like, these are the points we have to hit in this action movie, and at the end,
they hit them.
At the end, she's got to be dead. So we need to set up this new Black Widow. And that's just kind of what it is.
Yeah, the big like meaningful contribution here is the addition of Yelena, which we've already said is like the best part of it.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's hard to get excited about a movie even after the fact, going back and watching it and being like, I can watch this independent of the MCU. Knowing that it came out at a point where it just wasn't really important has kind of cemented it in my brain as not really that important.
Yeah.
Which again, not fair to the movie on its own merits, but it is what it is.
I think it's very fair to say.
Okay,
it should have been out earlier, and it should have.
Yes. See, if this movie had come out in, like, if this had come out immediately after Civil War, between Civil War and Black Panther.
Yep.
I think I would remember it much more fondly.
Yes. I agree. What's your second stank?
Dreykov is a real dirtbag, unambiguous piece of shit villain, which makes it a shame that we get so little time with him sleazing up the joint.
It's true. That's
you can't just have your villain show up in the fucking second half of the third act to be a sleazeball. You have to show me him being a sleazeball earlier and really get me hating him. And then you beat the shit out of him and blow up a helicopter with him inside.
Yeah. He's in the beginning of the movie, and then he's just not there until right at the end, and it's like...
And like, even when he's there at the beginning, we don't have the context for who he is and why he matters.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
He's just some guy.
Mm-hmm. I fucking hate the opening credits. It's a bad way to start the movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, with the lights out, it's less dangerous.
Yeah.
Here we are
now. Let's make an okay movie.
They did entertain us. I was thoroughly entertained, so...
I definitely watched it.
Oh, come on. You were entertained.
Yeah.
The fact that, like, I've taken to multitasking while watching these because, God, I only have so much time in the day.
Yep.
But I did find myself watching this one a lot more intently than I had meant to because it's really good at some points.
Yeah, I watched it.
It's just like,
Yeah.
The worst indictment I could say about a Stark or Stank movie these days is, I just kind of switched my brain off halfway through and wasn't really paying attention. But this one had me, so good on it.
Now comes the part of the show where we rank the movie.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah, ranking time.
How the fuck do I edit on this again?
Would you like me to read the list?
Are you sure you can?
Oh, I can do it.
If you're sure.
Hang on, I have to switch back here because I added Black Widow, but now I need to put it back down here somewhere. Okay, here we go.
I've got it all up. Are you good? Okay, you go.
Here we go. You ready?
As I'll ever be.
Number one, we have Captain America. This is our current ranking. Captain America the Winter Soldier, Thor Ragnarok at number 2, Avengers Endgame at number 3, Iron Man 3 at number 4, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Infinity War, Captain America Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, The Avengers, Black Panther, Captain America the First Avenger at number 11, Loki, WandaVision, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man Homecoming, Iron Man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Spider-Man Far From Home, Thor, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel at 22, Avengers, Age of Ultron, The Incredible Hulk, Thor the Dark World, and at the bottom at number 26 currently is Iron Man 2.
All right, so I took the first shot for Loki last week, so I think it's up to you.
Okay.
Initial place. Where do you think Black Widow sits?
I'm moving it up and down list here.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Does it rank higher than the other female-led MCU film with the Nirvana song?
Yes. For me, it does.
Okay. I agree.
But is it better than Ant-Man and the Wasp? Yes, it is.
I think it's a bit like that. That movie's all over the place in terms of structure and pacing. This one is at least pretty consistent all the way through. Has a good flow
Yes.
to it.
Mm-hmm. Is it
It's
better
not a
than
lot of fucking
Thor?
Dutch angles.
Which
The lack of Dutch angles terrible.
yeah, it doesn't have any Dutch angles. Thor's got him in spades. That's all it is.
Too many, some might say.
Not possible.
No,
I don't think it's better than Far From Home.
you don't think it's better than Far From Home?
No. I think
Wow.
Far From Home is a more enjoyable movie.
Wow. Oh, wow. What is it? Fucking Christmas? Jesus.
As a lot better villain, I can tell you that. He's in it a lot more.
That's true. Yeah, more time to hate him.
Yeah.
I mean, you started off hating him, so it doesn't really count. So,
I enjoy Far From Home. Even the fight scenes in Far From Home, I think, are more entertaining than the ones in Black Widow. Especially
even the weirdest thing that I can say about Spider-Man Far From Home, that its placement in the release timeline as being like the weird wet fart to follow Endgame.
Yes.
Like at any other point in any release schedule, that movie is fine.
Yeah.
Then after Endgame, it's so weird. Like even in that situation, I think it still beats out Black Widow as well, at least it didn't release after a character had died.
Right.
And it acknowledged the character that did die a lot.
Yes.
In the previous movie.
Yeah.
So it's got that going for it. I was gonna try and argue for above Iron Man.
Interesting.
I honestly I don't feel that strongly about it, which is an indictment on
that's
Black Widow.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is that it's a fine movie. It's just not.
It doesn't have that fucking Stark factor.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I mean, really now for me, it's whether it's above or below Thor.
I think it's there is a charm to Thor.
Yeah.
That it's got this big, bombastic, almost weird Shakespearean feel to it.
Yeah.
Which I really love. That said, nothing in that movie. I mean, Asgard looks nice in that movie. The costumes and sets, they look nice, but none of the Earth stuff looks all that good in that movie.
Super bland.
In fact, it looks a little bit bad.
Yeah.
Everything's washed out and gross looking.
Yeah.
And most of the movie takes place on Earth, so at least Black Widow looks nice throughout.
Black Widow is a good looking movie. Yeah,
it doesn't have bad color grading.
No. Well, I feel like that's something that probably since Endgame, it seems to be something that they've tried to work on to give things more of a cinematic look,
a more even visual style.
Well, I in the early days, because Iron Man was first, and that was pretty grounded, and it's it's all set on Earth, and it's made to look like it does, and so they were like, oh well, this is all in the same universe, so we need to make Thor look like that, and we need to make Captain America look like that. Although I'd say Captain America looks better than Iron Man, but
I'd say Captain America has more of a unique style to it, if nothing else.
It does. But yeah, they wanted to keep it consistent with Iron Man, I think, in the early days, which until we got to Guardians of the Galaxy, where James Gunn was just like, no, it's in space and it's not on Earth, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
We're doing my own thing.
Yeah. And
I will say this does have some stylistic things that tie it into other movies that I quite like in this, specifically Civil War. It's got the big fucking location headers.
Yep.
In the big bold white lettering, like that a lot.
It's
stylistically, it's a spy thriller, and it feels like a spy thriller. As much as Scarlett Johansson might say it's a new genre,
it's a new genre they created just for this movie. You've never seen it.
Whereas,
You'll
like,
never see it again.
Thor, on the other hand, does feel like a fucking weird, different kind of movie. It's a
Yeah.
space fantasy bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
No one was trying to sell it as that at that point. It was like, I don't know, it's fucking Thor. What do you want from me? I don't know. All of this to say that I think watching Black Widow feels like less effort on my eyes. I don't want that to sound mean, but it does.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Thor are gonna be fucking tilting my head half the time.
Yeah. 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 I'm fine with putting Black Widow above Thor if that's what you're fine with.
I think I am. Thor definitely has more like impact in the larger scheme of things, but it also just there's a lot of weird filmmaking choices that were made there that just don't really hold up. And I'm not sure they held up at the time.
It was definitely a weird choice to do all
Weird
those
choice.
Dutch angles.
Interesting movie.
Yeah.
Like it.
I
Definitely
like it.
weird.
I definitely like Thor. It's a fun time.
Yeah, we only have 4 movies on here that we're just like, ah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that at this point, this list is so long, and a lot of these movies are at least decent. Like you can watch all of them. You can sit down and be like, "Yeah, this is good." And there's only a few at the bottom that I'm
From
like,
Captain Marvel up, I would call them B+ movies at worst.
yes, yeah.
And then Avengers: Age of Ultron down.
I can watch Ultron. I like that movie.
B-.
But yeah, even Incredible Hulk, like it's fine.
Oh, I can watch any of these. Iron Man 2, I have to take a really long blink just before the Monte Carlo scene because some dickhead who bought Twitter's in there.
Yeah, Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2 are the only ones to me that were I'm just like I'd rather not.
They're rough.
Yeah.
They're pretty rough.
But yeah, if so, you want to put Black Widow at 20?
Yeah, 20 feels like a good spot for Black Widow, I think.
All right. Well, here's the new ranking: Winter Soldier, Thor: Ragnarok, Endgame, Iron Man 3, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Infinity War, Captain America: Civil War, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, The Avengers, Black Panther, Captain America: The First Avenger, Loki, WandaVision, Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Iron Man, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Spider-Man: Far From Home, and our new number 20 is Black Widow. And then the rest.
And the rest.
And the rest. Fantastic.
Like Thor and Captain Marvel's faces just like floating on the sides. And the rest.
And the rest. Yes. So there you go. That's the show for another week. Next week, we ask the question, what if?
How's that?
What if?
What if indeed? I'm looking forward to this. I haven't rewatched any of What If since it first came out.
Nope. I watched it as the episodes came out, and it was fine.
It's pretty cool.
It's fine. Some of the episodes I liked more than others.
Oh, yeah. 100%. I think like more than any other streaming thing, just because it is such an episodic concept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some definitely stand out more than others, and then some are just like, why'd we do this? Like Party Thor.
Yeah. Oh,
don't get me wrong. Party
that's
Thor's
a pretty good
funny,
episode.
but like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like the same like scale as a lot of the other stuff in there.
Right.
Like zombies.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, we have 9 episodes of that show to watch next week, so that we could talk about what if.
9.
9 whole episodes. At least they're only half-hour episodes. So, or are they?
It's only 4.5 hours.
Oh,
what
God.
if they're more?
Jesus Christ! Oh. Here's your
Well, I
chance.
guess I know what I'm doing
We
tomorrow.
can skip What If.
No,
It's
no,
animated.
we're
We don't
doing
have to
it.
watch it.
We do. And look, by your own words, animation is important. Animation is not just for kids. Animation is for real artistry.
That's still a part of it, but we don't have to watch it.
No, we do. We have to.
Okay,
And we'll be back again
fine.
next week we will be back again next week to record.
I'm not promising that.
I am. I'll do it myself. I'll do it live.
Do it live yourself next week. Just you and What If.
Yep. I'll try and find the synopsis.
Oh, that's a good question. I
Stop
wonder if
naming-
there's. I wonder if there's even. I guess. Well, I'm gonna find out right now if we'll even have a synopsis next week.
Fuck it, we're doing it live. And if we don't, then we just get to recount them off the top of our heads. That'll be fun.
Oh, great.
Don't take notes.
Season 1. Why are there pages for season 1, 2, and 3? Season 1 plot. Yeah, it's kind of just like this episode is about this. This episode is about this. It's not really a full episodic synopsis.
You know what though? I feel like the episodes aren't that long. Not a huge amount happens in most of them.
Yeah.
That's kind of fine. Like the premises are the main drawing card here for What If, so that makes sense.
Actually, this is more like these are the points you need to know from each episode, and then there's like a paragraph of summing up the last episode because they kind of
Because the last one is the big one.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if I enjoy it more the second time.
Well, you hate fan service, so
It is a lot of fan
and that
service.
really is. That's kind of the point.
It's fan service, the show.
It really is.
But also, I don't mind. It's also kind of not, because it's also like, it's what if? What if the fucking everyone was a zombie?
It's part fan service and then part like creative exercise.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, we'll find out next week where What If ranks and if it's a Stark or a Stank. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Bye.
Are you Tony Stank?
I am Iron Man.
Stank, stank, stank.
Genius billionaire playboy from the East.
You stank. You stank.